The next phrase is be seated. Be seated means to sit down or to already be sitting. Please be seated before the show starts. This means sit down before the show begins. The guests were already seated when we arrived. This means the guests were already sitting when we got there. He asked her to be seated while she waited. This means he told her to sit down while waiting. The next phrase is be sick of something. Be sick of something means to be very tired or annoyed by something. I'm sick of hearing the same song every day. This means I'm very annoyed because I hear this song too much. She's sick of doing all the housework alone. This means she is frustrated with always doing housework by herself. He's sick of his job and wants to quit. This means he is tired of his job and wants to leave. The next phrase is be supposed to be something. Be supposed to be something means to be expected or believed to be a certain way. This movie is supposed to be really funny. This means people say or expect this movie to be funny. The train was supposed to arrive at 8 a.m. This means the train was expected to arrive at 8 a.m. She's supposed to be very good at math. This means people believe she is good at math. The next phrase is be sure of something. Be sure of something means to be certain or confident about something. I'm sure of my answer. This means I am certain my answer is correct. She wasn't sure of the address. This means she was not certain about the address. Are you sure of your decision? This means are you completely confident in your choice? The next phrase is be sure of yourself. Be sure of yourself means to be confident in your abilities or opinions. He spoke clearly and was sure of himself. This means he was confident when he spoke. You need to be sure of yourself in an interview. This means you need to show confidence during an interview. She's always sure of herself when making decisions. This means she is confident in the choices she makes. The next phrase is be taken in. Be taken in means to be deceived or tricked. She was taken in by the scam. This means she was fooled by the scam. Don't be taken in by his lies. This means don't believe his false statements. Many people were taken in by the fake news. This means many people believed the false news. The next phrase is be tempted. Be tempted means to feel the desire to do something, usually something wrong or unwise. I was tempted to eat another slice of cake. This means I wanted to eat more cake but knew I shouldn't. She was tempted to skip class. This means she wanted to skip class but knew it was not a good idea. He was tempted to buy the expensive watch. This means he really wanted to buy the watch but wasn't sure if he should. The next phrase is be the case. Be the case means to be true or to be the situation. I thought she was late, but that wasn't the case. This means I believed she was late, but it wasn't true. If that is the case, we need a new plan. This means if the situation is like that, we need a different plan. It may be the case that he forgot about the meeting. This means it's possible that he forgot the meeting. The next phrase is be too proud to do something. Be too proud to do something means refusing to do something because of pride or ego. He was too proud to ask for help. This means he didn't ask for help because of his pride. She's too proud to admit her mistake. This means she refuses to say she was wrong because of her pride. They were too proud to apologize. This means they didn't want to say sorry because of their pride. The next phrase is be trapped. Be trapped means to be stuck in a place or situation with no easy escape. The hikers were trapped in the cave. This means the hikers couldn't get out of the cave. She felt trapped in a boring job. This means she felt stuck in a job she didn't like. The cat was trapped under the furniture. This means the cat was stuck and couldn't move. The next phrase is be unclear about something. Be unclear about something means not fully understanding something. I'm unclear about the instructions. This means I don't fully understand the instructions. She was unclear about the project's deadline. This means she wasn't sure when the project was due. The rules are unclear to many students. This means many students don't fully understand the rules. The next phrase is be under the impression. Be under the impression means to believe something, often incorrectly. I was under the impression that the meeting was at 3 p.m. This means I thought the meeting was at 3 p.m., but I might be wrong. She's under the impression that he likes her. This means she believes he likes her, but it may not be true. We were under the impression that the tickets were free. This means we believe the tickets didn't cost money, but we might be wrong. The next phrase is be unfamiliar with something. Be unfamiliar with something means not knowing or not having experience with something. I'm unfamiliar with this software. This means I don't know how to use this software. She was unfamiliar with the local customs. This means she didn't know much about the local traditions. He's unfamiliar with the rules of the game. This means he doesn't know the rules of the game. The next phrase is be get carried away. Be get carried away means to become too excited and lose control. She got carried away and spent too much money. This means she was too excited and spent more than she should have. Don't get carried away with your emotions. This means don't let your feelings control you too much. He was carried away by the excitement of winning. This means he became overly excited because he won. The next phrase is be get hooked on something. Be get hooked on something means to become very interested in or addicted to something. He got hooked on video games means he became addicted to playing video games. She's hooked on that new TV series. This means she loves the TV series and watches it a lot. Many people get hooked on social media. This means they can't stop using social media. The next phrase is be get involved in with something. Decker. Be get involved in with something means to take part in or become connected to something. She got involved in charity work. This means she started doing charity activities. He was involved in a car accident. This means he was part of a car accident. They got involved with a new project. This means they started working on a new project. The next phrase is be get swept along. Be get swept along means to be carried or influenced by something, often without control. The crowd swept him along. This means he moved with the crowd without control. She got swept along by the excitement. This means she got caught up in the excitement. They were swept along by the music. This means the music made them feel deeply involved. The next phrase is be get swept away. Be get swept away means to be carried away by strong forces or emotions. The house was swept away by the flood. This means the flood carried the house away. She got swept away by her emotions. This means her emotions controlled her completely. They were swept away by the beauty of the place. This means they were deeply impressed by the place. The next phrase is be have nothing to do with somebody. Be have nothing to do with somebody means to not be connected to or involved with someone. I have nothing to do with him. This means I am not connected to him. She wants nothing to do with her ex-boyfriend. This means she doesn't want to be involved with him. The crime has nothing to do with him. This means he is not involved in the crime. The next phrase is be have to do with something. Be have to do with something means to be related to something. This problem has to do with money. This means the problem is about money. Her job has to do with marketing. This means her job is related to marketing. What does this have to do with me? This means how is this connected to me? The next phrase is be mean everything. Be mean everything means to be very important. His family means everything to him. This means his family is the most important thing to him. Winning the competition meant everything to her. This means winning was very important for her. For some people, success is everything. This means success is the most important thing for them. The next word is beam. Beam means a long, strong piece of material or a ray of light. The sun was shining through the window, and I saw a beam of light. This means I saw a ray of sunlight coming through the window. The building had steel beams to support its structure. This means the building had long, strong pieces of steel to hold it up. He smiled and his face beamed with happiness. This means his face looked very happy and he was smiling brightly. The next phrase is bear somebody something in mind. Bear somebody something in mind means to remember or consider someone or something. You should bear in mind the weather when you plan your trip. This means you need to think about the weather when you plan your trip. Bear in mind that the store closes early on Sundays. This means you should remember that the store closes earlier on Sundays. Please bear in mind her special needs when you organize the event. This means you should consider her special needs while organizing the event. The next phrase is keep somebody something in mind. Keep somebody something in mind means to remember or think about someone or something. Keep in mind that we have a meeting at 3 p.m. This means remember that there is a meeting at 3 p.m. When making a decision, keep your goals in mind. This means remember your goals when you make a decision. You should keep your safety in mind while hiking. This means remember to be careful about your safety while hiking. The next phrase is beat up somebody or beat somebody up. Beat up somebody or beat somebody up means to hit or hurt someone physically. He got beaten up by a group of bullies at school. This means he was hit and hurt by a group of bullies at school. The gang beat him up because he didn't give them his money. This means the gang hurt him because he didn't give them money. I saw a man beating up his dog and I called the police. This means I saw a man hurting his dog, so I called for help. The next phrase is become a reality. Become a reality means to turn into something true or possible after being a dream or plan. Her dream of owning a house became a reality after years of saving. This means she was able to buy a house after working hard and saving money. The new project became a reality when they found enough investors. This means the new project started happening because they got financial support. His wish to travel around the world finally became a reality. This means he was able to travel around the world after dreaming about it for a long time. The next phrase is before very too long. Before very too long means soon or in a short period of time. Before long, she became the leader of the team. This means she became the leader of the team after a short time. The rain stopped before too long and we could go outside. This means the rain stopped soon and we were able to go outside. Before long, they finished the project and celebrated their success. This means they completed the project quickly and had a celebration. The next word is beg. Beg means to ask for something in a very serious or emotional way. She begged her parents to let her go to the concert. This means she asked her parents very strongly if she could go to the concert. He begged for money on the streets to survive. This means he asked for money in a very desperate way because he needed it. I had to beg the teacher to let me retake the exam. This means I asked the teacher very strongly if I could take the exam again. The next phrase is behind bars. Behind bars means being in prison or jail. He was caught stealing and ended up behind bars. This means he was arrested for stealing and sent to jail. The criminal is still behind bars for his actions. This means the criminal is still in prison due to his crimes. The judge sentenced him to 10 years behind bars. This means the judge sent him to prison for 10 years. The next word is belief. Belief means a strong feeling of being certain about something or someone. Her belief in hard work helped her succeed. This means she strongly believed that working hard would bring success. He has a strong belief in the importance of education. This means he is very certain that education is important. Their belief in friendship keeps them close. This means their strong feeling about the importance of friendship keeps them together. The next phrase is believe in something, doing something. Believe in something, doing something means to trust or have faith in something or someone. I believe in honesty and always tell the truth. This means I trust that honesty is important and I always tell the truth. He believes in working hard to achieve his goals. This means he has faith that working hard will help him reach his goals. She believes in helping others whenever she can. This means she has a strong belief in helping others when possible. The next word is belong. Belong means to be the property of someone or to be in the right place. These books belong to my sister. This means my sister owns these books. The keys belong on the table, not on the floor. This means the keys should be placed on the table, not on the floor. I feel like I truly belong in this city. This means I feel at home and accepted in this city. The next word is belongings. Belongings means the things or possessions that someone owns. He packed his belongings and moved to a new city. This means he gathered his things and moved to a new city. She lost all her belongings in the fire. This means she lost everything she owned because of the fire. Please don't leave your belongings unattended. This means you should not leave your things without watching them. The next word is bench. Bench means a long seat, often in a public place where people can sit. We sat on the bench in the park and watched the sunset. This means we sat on a long seat in the park while watching the sunset. The judge sat at the bench during the trial. This means the judge sat at the official seat in the courtroom. He rested on the bench after a long walk. This means he sat down on a long seat to rest after walking for a long time. The next word is bend. Bend means to move something so that it is no longer straight or to flex. She bent the paper in half to make a card. This means she folded the paper to make it into a card. He bent down to pick up the coins. This means he lowered his body to pick up the coins. The tree bent in the strong wind. This means the tree curved or leaned because of the force of the wind. The next word is beneath. Beneath means under or at a lower level than something. The cat is hiding beneath the table. This means the cat is under the table. The treasure was buried beneath the ground. This means the treasure was buried under the earth. She found the letter beneath a pile of books. This means she found the letter under a pile of books. The next word is beneficial. Beneficial means something that is helpful or good for someone or something. Eating vegetables is beneficial for your health. This means eating vegetables helps your health. The new policy will have a beneficial effect on the company. This means the new policy will be good for the company. Regular exercise is beneficial for both the body and mind. This means regular exercise helps improve both physical and mental health. The next word is berry. Berry means a small, round fruit, usually with many seeds. Blueberries are my favorite type of berry. This means I like blueberries, which are small, round fruits. The plant produces red berries in the summer. This means the plant grows small, red fruits during the summer. She ate a bowl of mixed berries for breakfast. This means she ate a bowl of different kinds of small fruits for breakfast. The next word is bestseller. Bestseller. Bestseller means a book or product that sells a lot of copies. The novel became a bestseller after it was released. This means the novel sold many copies and became very popular. The store has a section for bestsellers. This means the store has a special area for products that sell the most. His latest book is a bestseller around the world. This means his new book is very popular and sells a lot globally. The next word is betray. Betray means to be disloyal or to reveal someone's secrets. He betrayed his friend by telling her secret to everyone. This means he was not loyal and shared her secret with others. She felt betrayed when they didn't help her during the crisis. This means she felt hurt because they did not support her when she needed it. The spy was caught after he betrayed his country. This means the spy was discovered after he was disloyal to his country. The next phrase is better, worse, still. Better, worse, still means even better or even worse, used to emphasize a situation. He lost his job, and worse still, he got sick right after. This means not only did he lose his job, but he also got sick, making things worse. The weather was cold, and worse still, it started raining. This means the weather became even worse when it started raining. She was late for the meeting, and better still, she forgot the documents. This means she made things even worse by forgetting the documents. The next word is beyond. Beyond means on the far side of or more than something. The mountains are beyond the valley. This means the mountains are on the other side of the valley. Her knowledge of science goes beyond what we teach in school. This means she knows more about science than what is taught in school. The problem is beyond my ability to solve. This means the problem is too difficult for me to handle. The next phrase is beyond my/our, etc. control. Beyond our control means something that cannot be managed or changed by you or us. The weather was beyond our control, so the event was canceled. This means the weather could not be controlled, and that led to the event being canceled. The decision to close the school was beyond the principal's control. This means the principal had no influence over the decision to close the school. The situation became chaotic, and it was beyond my control. This means the situation got out of hand, and I couldn't do anything about it. The next phrase is beyond your out of control. Beyond your out of control means something that you cannot manage or stop. The fire spread so quickly that it was beyond their control. This means the fire grew too fast for them to stop or manage it. The situation in the meeting became out of control. This means the meeting got chaotic and nobody could manage it. The car skidded on the ice and it was completely out of control. This means the car couldn't be controlled because of the ice. The next word is bikini. Bikini means a type of two-piece swimsuit for women. She wore a colorful bikini at the beach. This means she wore a two-piece swimsuit at the beach. The bikini she bought was bright red and white. This means the two-piece swimsuit she bought was red and white. Many women prefer wearing a bikini when swimming in the pool. This means many women like to wear a two-piece swimsuit when swimming. The next word is billion. Billion means the number 1,000, 1,000 million. The company is worth over $1 billion. This means the company's value is more than $1,000 million. The population of the country reached 1.2 billion people. This means the country has a population of 1,200 million people. He promised to donate $1 billion to charity. This means he promised to give $1,000 million to charity. The next word is biological. Biological means relating to biology, the study of living things. Biological science helps us understand how living things work. This means biological science teaches us how living things function. She studied biological processes in plants and animals. This means she learned about how living things grow and function. Biological factors like genetics can influence health. This means things like genes can affect a person's health. The next word is bizarre. Bizarre means very strange or unusual. He wore a bizarre costume to the party. This means he wore a very strange and unusual outfit to the party. The movie had a bizarre ending that nobody expected. This means the movie ended in a very strange and surprising way. It was a bizarre coincidence that we met at the same restaurant. This means it was an unusual and unexpected coincidence that we saw each other at the restaurant. The next word is blade. Blade means the flat, sharp part of a tool or weapon, such as a knife or sword. The knife has a sharp blade that can cut easily. This means the knife has a very sharp edge that makes cutting easier. He sharpened the blade of his sword before the battle. This means he made the edge of his sword sharper before fighting. The wind blew so hard that it felt like a blade of ice. This means the cold wind felt as sharp and cold as ice. The next word is blink. Blink means to quickly open and close your eyes, usually due to light or a reaction. She blinked when the bright light flashed in her eyes. This means she quickly closed and opened her eyes because of the strong light. He couldn't stop blinking because of the dust in the air. This means he kept opening and closing his eyes because there was dust around him. The baby blinked when I waved my hand in front of him. This means the baby quickly closed and opened his eyes when I moved my hand. The next word is bloody. Bloody means covered with or showing blood or used to express anger. His shirt was covered in bloody stains after the fight. This means his shirt had blood stains because of the fight. She was so angry, she said, "That's a bloody terrible idea." This means she used bloody as a way to strongly express her anger about the idea. The bloody scene in the movie made me feel uncomfortable. This means the scene in the movie was so full of blood that it made me feel uneasy. The next phrase is blow up something or blow something up. Blow up something or blow something up means to destroy something with an explosion. The bomb blew up the building in seconds. This means the explosion destroyed the building in a very short time. He accidentally blew up the kitchen while cooking. This means he caused an explosion in the kitchen by mistake. The soldiers blew up the enemy's base during the attack. This means the soldiers destroyed the enemy's base by causing an explosion. The next word is blush. Blush means to become red in the face, usually because of embarrassment or shyness. She blushed when she received the compliment. This means her face turned red because she felt embarrassed from the compliment. He always blushes when he talks to people he likes. This means his face turns red whenever he speaks to someone he has feelings for. She blushed deeply when she realized her mistake. This means her face turned very red because she was embarrassed about making a mistake. The next word is boast. Boast means to talk about something in a way that shows too much pride. He boasted about winning the race to his friends. This means he talked proudly about winning the race. She often boasts about her achievements at work. This means she talks too much about her success at work. It's not good to boast about your wealth all the time. This means it's not nice to talk too much about how rich you are. The next word is boiling. Boiling means something that is very hot, usually referring to water or liquid. The water is boiling on the stove. This means the water is very hot and forming bubbles because of heat. I burned myself with the boiling soup. This means I hurt myself because the soup was extremely hot. The weather was boiling hot yesterday. This means the weather was extremely hot yesterday. The next word is boldly. Boldly means doing something with confidence, without fear or hesitation. She boldly spoke her mind during the meeting. This means she confidently shared her thoughts without fear. He boldly approached the challenge and succeeded. This means he faced the challenge with confidence and did well. They boldly went on the adventure despite the risks. This means they faced the adventure without fear, even though it was risky. The next word is bomber. Bomber means an aircraft or person that drops bombs, especially during a war. The bomber flew over the city during the military exercise. This means the aircraft dropped bombs while flying over the city. A bomber was sent to destroy the enemy's base. This means a plane was used to attack and destroy the enemy's base. The pilot was trained to operate a bomber in combat. This means the pilot learned how to fly a bomber during military training. The next word is bombing. Bombing means the act of dropping bombs to attack a place, usually during a war. The city suffered heavy bombing during the war. This means the city was attacked with bombs many times during the war. The bombing caused widespread destruction in the area. This means the explosion from the bombs caused a lot of damage. They heard the sound of bombing from miles away. This means they could hear the explosions from a long distance. The next word is bond. Bond means a strong connection or relationship between people, or something that ties things together. They formed a close bond after working together for many years. This means they developed a strong relationship because they worked together for a long time. There is a bond between a mother and her child. This means a strong connection or relationship exists between a mother and her child. The chemical bond between the atoms holds the molecule together. This means the connection between the atoms keeps the molecule in one piece. The next word is bonus. Bonus means extra money or reward given for good work or achievement. She received a bonus for completing the project early. This means she got extra money for finishing the project ahead of time. The company gave its employees a bonus at the end of the year. This means the company rewarded the employees with extra money as a year-end gift. He was happy to receive a bonus after his hard work. This means he felt pleased to get extra money because of his effort. The next word is booklet. Booklet means a small book or brochure, usually with information or instructions. I received a booklet about the museum when I visited. This means I got a small book that provided information about the museum. The booklet explained how to use the new software. This means the small book provided instructions for using the new software. They handed out booklets with details about the event. This means they gave small books that provided information about the event. The next word is bookmark. Bookmark means a marker used to keep your place in a book or document. She used a ribbon as a bookmark in her novel. This means she used a piece of cloth to mark the page in her book. I always use a bookmark to find my page easily. This means I use a small marker to help me find my place in a book. He made a bookmark with a photo of his dog. This means he created a marker for his book using a picture of his dog.